chatter. All right, I'm pressing the go live button on YouTube. It takes a little bit. It takes a little bit. I'm not just being weird.
Such a troll.
All right, and now we're
It's
going
warming
live.
up. Warming up.
I just pressed the go live button. All right, we're live in all of the places now. All of them, but all the ones that we go live in. Hello and welcome everyone to the weekly Kongregate live stream. Today we are playing Heather's Halloween Christmas. So that's what's with the Heather and that. And then we're also playing Raid Heroes. We might have a special secret third game if we get to it. that has specifically been requested by people in the community, so I hope we get to it, but I won't say it just in case. I'm Sophia, marketing manager at Kongregate. We are here today with my wonderful co-host who has a knife in his head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got a headache this morning. I'm wondering what it is, but that's okay.
We have sake of one of our games. Would you like to introduce yourself?
you cut off a little, so we could. Yeah, we hear Sophia bot talking.
Oh, whoops!
Yes,
let me see if this works.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now? Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. We have the namesake. One of the games that we're playing today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Heather. I've worked at Kongregate the last years, and Heather's Halloween Christmas was not made by me. It was made for me as a present way back in the day by Rudy Luca when we did the Christmas exchange on the off-topic forums. For all my otters out there.
That's so cute. Yeah.
It's so cute. I love it. I'm obsessed with Heather's Halloween Christmas, honestly. I mean, I love it so much. And have some questions and answers that they answered for us so that we could talk about them on the live stream. And then we have another guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, other guest?
Sure. My name is Henrik. I've been here for a little bit more than a year and a half, and I work with, the design department, the platform stuff. So product designer is my title.
Yes.
I grew up in Sweden, but that's like maybe uninteresting. I'm based in LA, but yeah, that's short.
International today. Awesome.
I guess that's pretty common, right? We have a lot of international guests because we're a remote company, so it's kind of like we've got people all over, which is fun.
Which is good. Yes. Diversity. Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
So as a reminder, we do giveaways during our live streams. So make sure that you're chatting with us on YouTube. We're streaming in lots of different places, but YouTube is the place that we're actually chatting with us. And then we will roll a little bot twice during the live stream, and the two winners will give us their Kongregate usernames, and then we'll be able to send them 100 creds each. So chat with us in the YouTube live stream. Then if you win, tell us your Kongregate username and we'll give you 100 creds. All right. Chat with us.
That's so easy. That is so easy.
Do the thing. It's so easy.
Make it more complicated. Yeah.
It's so easy. And you can use the creds on whatever game. There's a couple games that you can buy, and then there's games that you can use creds in the games. It looks like I'm lagging more. No.
Just a bit. We can see Sophia pixel art over there.
That's sad.
Streaming from the Biverse.
Yeah, streaming from the Bitverse. Yeah. That's funny. I even like I have my Ethernet cable plugged into my computer because I'm like, what if I turn off? I'm turning off my VPN.
Maybe that's maybe the VPN. And now we lost her.
Bad internet today.
Probably.
Hi, I'm back.
Ta-da!
Hey, less pixely. That's good.
That was
Perfect.
spooky.
I turned off
Yeah.
my VPN. I realized I had it on
Yeah.
because I was playing games earlier in my admin account.
That's why.
Yeah, I was like, I'm playing some games that aren't released on the platform yet.
Oh, careful
Make-
with the spoilers.
I'm just saying, we're always releasing new games, so that wasn't that big of a spoiler, right?
it makes such a big difference. You were really from the Beatverse. Now it's like a 1080. 8K.
I love it. Yes. All right. I figured it out, y'all. I figured it out. All right. So, what's new with platform? What's new with Kongregate? Well, we just had a new companion that was released at the beginning of this week. So, at the end of the stream, we're going to show the art for that. Also, we have a ton of games that have Halloween events, which include one of the games that we'll be playing today, which is Raid Heroes Total War. Other games that have like a bunch of new Halloween content are Firestone, Mergist Kingdom, Dungeon Crusher, and then today, Oceania also got some a Halloween content update. So go check out those games, get all the Halloween stuff, because obviously this is an extra special 2-hour Halloween live stream, which I forgot to say at the very beginning, but that is true. All right, what else is new with Kongregate? Well, we made some updates to the platform, which you may have seen, which is one of the reasons why Henrik is here, because he is someone who has been really instrumental in making updates to the platform and modernizing it for our audience. So thank you, Henrik. Wait, is Henrik talking or is he paused?
It's here. It's here. It's here. Henrik, can you hear us?
No.
Oh no!
Wait, that was
No,
creepy.
No, it's back. I don't know, Sophia, you completely disappeared from me. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? So would you mind, was there a question?
It was
It was a compliment.
yes.
Right. The stream is getting very spooky. Perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
If it was
That's so
about my
funny.
hat, then thank you. I love it also.
It wasn't, but it is cool. I love it.
I just like pink, and I was like, this is so dark. I needed some color. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
I like pink too, which is why my hair, although it's kind of turning like. Look,
Yeah, you've been
I don't
rocking
know.
this pink for a while now. It's almost
I
Yeah.
thought you were doing orange. I thought you were doing orange for Halloween.
So I was supposed to do orange for Halloween, and then I asked my mom to bleach my roots, because they're kind of. And she didn't. So here I am, still with pink. I got an orange wig instead, and an orange hat.
yes.
Looking perfect.
But
Yes.
hopefully I can dye it orange soon, because I would like to.
So you were complimenting Henrik.
Yes.
That's circling back.
I was complimenting Henrik, who is dressed as the Kongregate platform today.
Yes.
I was saying that you are instrumental in, all the updates that are on and coming to the Kongregate platform. And that's part of the reason why you're here today, is because we made some updates to the homepage. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So, are we ready to play Heather's Halloween Christmas?
So Heather's gonna play this, or I'm gonna try it for the first time.
You're gonna play
Me?
this.
I'm all.
You'll
I
be
feel like
fine.
I'm always the guinea pig in here. Okay.
Trust me,
well,
you'll be fine. You'll be
all
fine.
right. Let me share my screen. All right.
And
share screen.
so Ruta Luca created this, like Heather said before, and I reached out to them and ask them some questions about the game. So while you're playing, I can also talk about some of those things. And the first question is, how did you discover Kongregate? So if y'all want to answer this too, at my guess, how did you discover Kongregate? Feel free. And also, if you want to answer that question in the chat, how did you discover Kongregate, so that you can enter to win some creds, go do that.
Hold on. Quick question.
Yes.
Is Heather the pumpkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So that
Thank
pumpkin,
you.
that pumpkin is named Heather. It's one of our companions, and it is named after me. Because in the early days of companions, nepotism ran wild, and we all had our own companions. I don't know. That's I was working there, and I love Halloween, and so they named the pumpkin Heather. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's me in the game.
Rip Snowman. this is adorable. Okay, sorry, but Sophia was asking a question. I got all distracted with the game.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, how did we find Kongregate?
Yeah.
So my husband, who wasn't my husband at the time, he was my boyfriend. His best friend Greg worked for Kongregate, and I learned about it through him. So, yeah.
Sweet. I don't remember exactly how I discovered Kongregate, but I know that like when I was in middle school, my friends and I would all get together. We'd like tell scary stories, and then I would get really scared, and I'd have to like go play a game on Kongregate in order to like feel better and less scared.
I just destroyed Christmas, I guess. I finished Santa.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, are you doing a speed run?
I don't know. I just finished the game, so I guess now I can do the speed run, right?
Yeah, so I can.
Who is that? Who is that person?
That is Nikhil. So Nikhil no longer works at Kongregate, but he did for a long time, and he was part of our community team and also very active on OT, off topic. And so he got a little part in the game too. Good friend of mine, nice guy.
This is not your house, Heather, right? I'm just
I mean,
trying to make sure.
I don't live there anymore. No,
Oh, okay.
no, that's not my house. I assume that's like random art that he found online.
I was just curious where the house is from. I guess we don't know. They just.
I know.
I'm gonna assume it's open source, but
We might need to check a reverse search in Google to
Yeah.
see Google Images. Where is that from? Okay.
Uh,
This is really cute. This is really cute.
Ruda Luca is in the chat and said hi. Hi. And also they told us how to do a speed run. So when you finish destroying Santa, we'll tell you how to do a speed run.
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, okay. All right, okay. So, sorry, I got confused.
hit T.
Yes, hit T.
T. Okay.
And then
Oh,
see, there's
timer.
a timer right there.
Ah.
All right, now
Oh.
go as fast as you can.
So much production.
Meanwhile,
Okay, I
I'll
like
read
it.
Luca's how they discovered Kongregate. They said, back when I was in school, a lot of kids would play flash games during computer class. A friend of mine was playing Age of War on a website called Kongregate. I thought the website looked cool, so I gave it a go myself, got addicted, and then got addicted to playing games such as Button Hunt, Castle Wars, and Pandemic 2. The chat and achievements on the website are what kept me hooked. Thank you.
That's cute. That's cute.
All right, how's your time?
21:59.
21:59.
I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it now. I didn't know. I didn't know I can skip the cinematic also.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I also asked Rita Luca about like what their best time was. They said, first I said, what inspired you to add a speedrunning timer and what's your best time? They said, I always think it's fun to introduce some competition to games. The Kongregate leaderboard seemed like a fun way to see how fast people are able to complete the game. And the win counter was my way of seeing who played the game the most. And they said their best time is 8.3 seconds.
What? like a. I can't do it in 8.3 seconds. Never mind. 8.3 seconds is just with the animations and everything. How can you skip that?
I don't know. We'll have to ask.
That was cute.
How do you do it in 8.3 seconds?
Yeah, I'm wondering. Oh, hold on.
Well,
this
first
will
off,
work.
one of the things is you need to have your mouse in the right place. When that pumpkin is flying by, you should be moving your mouse over to where the fire button is.
Also, I'm
Okay,
kinda
all right.
curious.
I did do a bunch of speed runs of this game when it first came out.
Pro tips. I like it.
Yeah, so you start with your mouse like at the beginning of the game in the lower corner for the next button to be able to spam through that quick, and then during that first animation is when you move it over to get it hovered over the fire. There you go.
Also, I know we're on mute, but the sound effect I can
Ah.
imagine. It's like, "Yung, bang."
I misclick. I
Oh
misclick.
no.
Yeah, I'm not good in clickers. That's not my kind of game. So
What game are you good at?
I got some motion issues with the clickers.
Yeah. So
Gonna try one more time.
we asked Rudy Luca how long they've been a member of Kongregate, and they said, I've been a member for 15 years. I joined on May 23rd, 2008 when I was 11 years old. Wow. That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel old. Well, we've been around.
Wait.
We've been around for so long.
Should we do,
But-
let's do a version where we voice the characters. I always like to do that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Should I do it again?
Should I voice
Okay.
myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be Santa
Alright.
because I'm dressed as Santa.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not speed
Alright.
running this one.
And
No.
who is going to be the narrator?
Well,
The Henrik is
Henrik,
a
you
good
can be
for
the narrator.
Yeah, okay.
We're crawling up this spooky house. Oh God.
okay, so you read this, narrator.
It was a dark and spooky night on Christmas Eve at the Heather household. Sitting by the Christmas tree, Heather was thinking to herself.
Christmas is
cool.
cool,
Oh,
but
sorry.
it isn't Halloween.
Henry took over already.
I can do the line again. I vow to make this Christmas into a second Halloween.
So here's where Heather's journey begins. A journey for the Halloween Christmas. North Pole.
Normal.
Wait, Francisco, now you
Oh.
you have to be the stage direction. So
Wait, again. I'm just clicking in here.
no, like
I thought that was
the
my
stage
my-
direction. It says like click, you know the directions.
Oh, click and attack to select. Normal, fire, or ice.
I'll just
Fire,
narrate this part too.
fire,
Man, elves,
fire,
they're too
fire,
Christmassy. Burn them with fire. This is me spraying fire
There you
at them.
go. Rip elves. Okay.
Oh no,
And
Santa!
that's-
What can I do? Oh,
Sophia.
fire's not working. Ice isn't working.
Ho ho ho!
Oh, oh, oh.
Yay,
have
Nikhil!
been
He used
trolled.
candy. Oh, and so that's the other thing. Nikhil's name is I am the Candy Man. So that's why candy. Yeah. Another
Okay.
piece of
Good
story.
call.
And a happy Halloween to all. Ho ho ho.
So Heather defeated the Jolly Santa and took control of Christmas, the new Halloween. The end.
What is the crossover between Halloween and Christmas in here?
Because it was a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
I want to make it.
That's really adorable.
So
Who has a meeting?
Ruda Luca. I asked Ruda Luca, what's your favorite companion and why? I kind of thought that, we probably would know, but they said my favorite companion has to be Heather. She's a pretty cool pumpkin that likes Halloween and starting fires. My second favorite companion is Nick the Phoenix. I got to help design him as part of a Kongregate Extra Life charity event. He's based on the character Phoenix Wright from the game series Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which I was obsessed with at the time. Yeah. What are y'all favorites?
That's pretty sweet.
What are y'all favorites? Companions. Yeah.
So many of them.
I like the zombified version of all of them, basically.
And
That's one
Heather
of my
is
favorites.
clearly the best one. I'm
Yeah.
also a fan of Poltergeist, which was the ghost one that we released around Halloween, named after Nick Geist, who used to work for Kong. Yeah.
my favorite is Antsy.
Oh,
It's just so like messed up. I love it.
the
Great.
yeah, the you mean the ant one that was the April 1st? Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I love it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also just a fan of Kongbot. It's classic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty obsessed with a badass biker lion, personally. I'm also a Leo, so kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know if you know.
Cooper, Cooper's also one of my favorites because it's a little terrier, and I had a terrier named Casper that looked a lot like Cooper and has a very similar name.
Cooper
Oh,
was
that's cute.
one of our lead artists' dogs and used to hang out in the Kong office when we worked in San Francisco.
Oh my
We
gosh.
were allowed to have like a dog in the office essentially, and that was Cooper. Cooper passed away,
Yeah.
Oh,
but anyways, very cute, nice little dog. So a lot of the dogs, I think all of the dogs are named after various people's pets and based on people's pets from Kong.
Yeah, I definitely have recognized a few of them
Yeah.
yeah.
as like actual pets. I'm like, wait a second, that dog
My-
looks like that companion.
My pet has a companion, but I don't think we named him. We ended up naming him something else because, so I have a snake named Sir Hiss. But Sir Hiss is like actually a character from a Disney movie, Disney's Robin Hood. And so I can't remember what we ended up naming the snake, but we named him something else so that Disney didn't like come after us or something.
Yeah,
Really?
that's funny.
That is funny. That is funny.
I also
All right, so what are we playing? What are we playing
So
now?
now we're playing Raid Heroes Total War, which Francisco, I will never, ever let him live down the fact that one day I came back
Let
to
it go.
work after a
Let it
weekend
go.
and Francisco like completely raided my village while I wasn't looking. I came back to work, I was like, oh my gosh, someone like raided my village, and then it was like the game hunter raided your village, and I was like, Francisco.
It was an accident. It was an accident. I have no control of that. You know that, right?
Yeah, but like I
Don't blame
mean,
it on me.
well, no,
Yeah,
because
you
you
took it
choose.
so
'Cause
personal.
don't you choose? I thought you could choose.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I never pay attention to who
Well,
I'm
you
attacking. So
should.
then, okay, sorry
I
about
don't
that.
think
All
that
right.
you
Do they
recognize.
reveal the names of the ones? I guess they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Maybe you were
Yeah.
just so weak, Sophia. So he was like, I'm going to go for that one.
Wow. Now I
But it
know
was a-
what kind of a gamer you are, Francisco.
Uh-huh.
It was the bonus stage. It's like, okay, well, I'll take it. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's make some changes. I haven't played so long, but I love this game. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it is really fun.
It is really fun. And now we have what? A special event, Halloween event? We can't go wrong with that.
Yes.
Especially because the reward is this little hunter, which is really cool. I always wanted to unlock the hunter.
Yeah.
And now you have a chance to get it in this event. Look at that, 48 cards. That's fun.
The hunter is really cool. I love him because he can attack multiples. Like the arrows go basically everywhere. So it's not just like one. It's like a rain, a hail of.
Yeah,
arrows.
it's so OP. Every time that I play against the hunter, it destroys all my troops, no matter how much HP I have. It's just ridiculous. So now is my turn. Now is my chance.
Like that one and the snowman is also one of my favorites. Like it does the same thing. It basically reaches everyone and freezes them, and then you can attack them in the frozen
Yes.
state.
That's cool. So every 10 waves, you receive a special reward. For the first 10, you receive one of the cards for the hunter. And if a no run, you need to have 5 cards in order to unlock the hero permanently in your inventory. So definitely you need to do this. You need to do this during the Halloween event. It's a must. It's a really powerful character. I don't know how many times I was like cursing the hunter every time that I lost in the arena. So this is my chance, and I'm not gonna miss that. All right, not gonna miss that. Okay, which one is your favorite hero, Sophia? I know you also play Red Hero.
Yeah.
Star War.
So today I was going to dress as the Charmer. She's I
Oh.
think, oh my gosh. Wait, actually I'm trying to remember. I think she wears like, let me look her up again. But I couldn't
Isn't she
find my
pink?
fairy wings and stuff like that. Like I swear that I had oh yeah, here she is. She wears a pink dress. That's what I thought. I didn't want to
The,
say it just in
the
case I was
princess or
wrong
the
and just
charmer?
being obsessed but with pink. But
She's so adorable. I forgot. Hypnosis. Oh, I need
Yeah,
to put that.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good call. Good call. Let
And
me
her little
remove
wand.
somebody.
Yeah,
It's so
I
adorable.
want, but I couldn't find because I swear I have fairy wings somewhere. I think someone gave them to me like as a Halloween present one year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you strike me as the type of person that would have fairy wings.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
And no
If
one.
I
Just
if
a
I
set,
hopped onto a
couple
meeting
sets.
one day and we were on video and you had fairy wings on, I just wouldn't even question that.
I won't be surprised.
No.
It's like
Now,
a normal day in Kongregate.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a bit. Just wearing wings. That's okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah, you're right. I
What,
mean,
what number raid are you on? Sorry, I interrupted, Francisco. Whenever you get to it,
My rate is probably like a 200.
like how much percentage of the main raid are you on? I'm interested.
Let's check that in a few. As soon as we finish with that elf,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
surviving way too much.
Sorry.
Can't believe it, surviving so much. All right,
Stubborn.
it's down. All right, let me go back to the main raid. 218. I think I prestige a couple times. Just 54%.
Yeah.
I have
Nice.
plenty of things to do yet. Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
show us the Halloween stuff. What's going on in Halloween?
That's the one that we're playing now.
There you go.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the
So,
There's
spookies.
a zombie.
Hey, look how
a
adorable
pumpkin
they are.
head.
I love the pumpkin
werewolf?
head. The pumpkin head is my favorite.
Yeah.
it's a werewolf. It's a pirate.
Adrian says I look like a pumpkin head. Here, hold on. That's what I have this for. This is my raid hero's costume. I'm a pumpkin head.
That's pretty good.
We have cosplay today.
I also
Excellent.
brought my witch
Oh,
hat,
God.
but I already wore it for another stream, so I felt like I couldn't just wear a witch hat, you know? But
I feel like sometimes it's a little tricky to see where the power comes from the opposing team. It took me a while to realize the mummy is not a very friendly one. Like it's kind of like, is it like the charmer actually? Is it the same features?
I kind of
Like
feel
you're
like
gonna get like a spell. Like I don't know. Like something is like it can wipe up the whole like thing, and like if it's a powerful one, obviously. But I'm
Oh, boy.
not very fond of the mummy.
I
So
really like the necromancer. It's so cool. Just getting skeletons everywhere. It's so much fun.
speaking of skeletons, this
Yes.
is my other pet. This is Skeleton Cat. Skeleton
Oh.
Cat lives on my fireplace mantle year round. But at Christmas time, I got this little hat from like the pet dress up stuff that they have at like PetSmart or something. I don't remember which pet store it was. But he gets this nice little hat. Anyways,
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
like he's pretty cute, and also like my kids play with him sometimes, and that I find both disturbing and hilarious. So like when you have a 1-year-old who doesn't quite get it and they're like pretending it's like a cat and stuff, and you're just like, yeah.
I think you need to feed your cat. I don't know. I'm not an
Wow.
expert, but
Anyways, that's if we need another Halloween companion, we could have Skeleton Cat.
there you go.
Just
Right
saying,
there,
if we
it's ready
need
to go.
inspiration, because
True. That would be amazing.
More pets, more pet companions. And we don't have enough cat companions. We have way more dog companions than cat companions.
That's true. Although I think next week's companion badge to earn is Astro Cat.
Okay.
Really?
Felicette, I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce
That's
it,
cute.
but Felicette.
Felicette. Yeah.
Felicette.
Felicette.
Yeah, she's an astronaut cat, so.
That's cute.
And that's not too much of a spoiler because I already told everyone that I sent the newsletter out too. So, but apparently this is it. If you want spoilers, come to the live stream.
So you guys are cat or dog person, or either way?
Both.
Works for you. Both? Okay. Henrik?
I can do both, yeah, for sure. Like, I just love animals. I grew up in a farm situation, so like I actually was snuggling with little piglets as a kid. It was wonderful.
Oh.
You have to
That's my-
separate them from the mother. She's so big, and she crushes them sometimes. So like separate them, obviously, and then under the heat,
boy.
like, snuggle. And it was like, and they smell really good. I want to point that out.
What?
Yes.
Really wanted to have a
Pigs?
piglet.
Piglets are, I mean, we have this, I mean, look, I mean, it's like a brand that's not true, like that they're dirty and all this stuff, right? So they're not dirty and they smell really good, the piglets at least. Not so much the mom, I won't say that.
All right.
Let's stay with the babies.
They're
Let's keep
newly
the
born.
babies, so.
They're newly borns, the piglets.
I have
Wow.
a snail. So I used to have a snail, and its name was Gregor. And a
Gregor the snail.
fish,
Love it.
a betta fish, whose name was Weird, just because he acted really weird. Like, he would just like act dead sometimes, and I would get really worried, but he was fine. I don't know. So I called him Weird.
Oh my god.
And I just had my birthday.
Really quick, acting dead for a fish. Was he like floating upside down at the top? He'd just be like, his belly soaking
a
up the
possum?
rays. And then all of a sudden he'd flip over and be like, I'm fine, it's all good.
Feed me.
Well, so sometimes he would just like, so most of my fish, they were pretty active, but this one would just kind of like hang out in one area for a while, sometimes at the top of the bowl. And so I would be like, oh no, he's dead. And then like, I would go like,
Just kidding.
yeah, I would like walk away, and then like come back to go get him, and he'd be in a different area doing the same thing. And I'm like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when my mom, when I was a kid, gave me a hamster, 2 hamsters.
Yeah.
So she told me, don't worry, I check. They're both male. It's going to be fine. All right, that's great.
Yeah.
I have a factory of hamster after a while because there weren't 2 males. There was a male and a female.
Oh.
Oh my God, I need to keep selling my stuff to be able to buy new cages because there were so many. I just couldn't stop them. Oh my God, that's probably like my little nightmare.
Did you try
That's
buying
related.
2 cages?
Well, yeah, there were so many and they multiply so fast that I didn't have enough time. It was too much.
Oh.
We have at least 10 cages at one point. And then I decided, you know what, I can't deal with this
Oh
anymore. So
my
we give those all away to the pet store. So they found some nice families for every single one of them. But there were so many, it was crazy, like a zombie invasion. Oh my God.
Wow.
That feels like it could very easily get turned into a game of like hamster invasion.
Yeah.
Yes. Completely agree.
So
Yes.
I just had my birthday, and
Oh.
yeah, and so a couple of days ago I went to dinner with some of my friends, and one of them, like, brought a big bag and was like, okay, this is your gift. And I wasn't expecting a gift. I thought we were just gonna like go out to dinner, and they pulled out this big like glass, like what, like container thing, this big glass container, and like put it on the table, and we were eating outside, so it was like perfect mood lighting. and like a light on top of the glass, and in the glass was like all this like dirt and these like plants that were like growing inside the glass, and
Ooh,
these like little bugs, and there was a snail inside, and they made a terrarium for me for my birthday.
that is so awesome. I want
Yeah.
that.
It was amazing. I was like, this is like such a good gift. And like,
What a responsibility, though.
yeah, it is.
You have like a mini world. You're like literally God to them. You have to
But isn't the idea of those that they're
praise,
supposed to be
praise.
self-sustaining? Like
Yeah.
theoretically, you shouldn't have
I
to
guess,
touch
yeah.
anything in the ecosystem if it's
Yeah.
well made.
Yeah. So the only
Yes.
thing I have to do is I keep it by my window, and then once a week I just spray some water in there, like, and
Nice.
because I asked that, I was like, how much upkeep do I need to do? And they were like, there's already like bugs and stuff in there, there's plants, there's a snail in there that they didn't even realize was in there at first, and and then like just every week you just like pretend like you're a little storm that's just going by, like click click click.
Okay, what did you name the snail?
Well, so that's why I mentioned it, is because I haven't named the snail yet, and I was wondering if anyone wants to help me
Bob.
name it.
You have to name him Bob.
Bob.
So there's a classic Kongregate game, Snail Bob.
Oh,
Snail
I don't
Bob?
Yeah,
know
there's
this
like there's a
game.
bunch of them. There's a bunch of Snail Bob games.
I don't remember this. I don't remember this game. I don't think I've played it.
Oh gosh, they're old. I don't think they're probably still not on the site, or maybe they are. I don't know. They had badges and stuff. There was a bunch of Snail Bob games.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
Bob is
So,
like what comes to
then
mind
the
for
one, the
snails now.
Congregate
I'll have to
has a
check it
has a
out.
game for everything. What
That's
don't we have
true.
a game for? It's
That's
just
really
like so.
true.
Agree.
We should make a game that's about a Christmas tree and a guy with a headache and someone with a pink hat and someone with a pumpkin head.
Love it already. Love it. Let's make it happen.
I actually have a beginner's tip here, which I think discovered late in the game. So if you're playing this game, I was excited and focused a lot on getting new characters and achieving those, and then realizing, ooh, it's not efficient enough, or I don't like this. So like obviously you can only have so many players on your field, but don't discard them in terms of not giving them attention, because they all have artifacts. So actually paying a little bit to update so you get new slots for artifacts, and then you can swap. So basically, it's a free way to get maybe potentially better artifacts on the players that you do want to keep. So that's a hot tip for beginners to get like a little bit more power in your raids.
There you go.
Definitely.
Francisco,
Very
do you
useful.
have any tips?
Well, that one.
That one, the one that Henrik just said.
Well, my tip is to don't spend trying to level up every single stat in your character. I mean, the characters are good for some specific functions in particular. For example, the knight. The knight is gonna be your mid shield, the guy who's gonna receive all the damage. So maybe it's not necessary for you to spend gems or anything trying to upgrade the damage or the special ability. It's not worth it. Usually you're gonna spend everything you got in continue increasing the tank capabilities for the character, and that's why you start mixing the characters in a better way. For example, let me go here and show you the heroes. The archers, which are characters that are really good from distance. So usually for this kind of characters, you're just gonna upgrade the shot, which is the basic attack. That's the one that you're gonna continue evolving. In the knight, for example, I don't do much in terms of the stun or damage per second or speed, but I'm really concerned about the HP. See, right now it's level 25, 2.34 million. So that's the idea. The idea is to get to know the different characters, see which ones are the pros and cons, and try to make sure that upgrade the stat that you're going to be really using on the battlefield. You don't need to have all the characters to be super fast. So for example, speed is something that you're not going to upgrade with every single character. But there is some specific attributes. For example, for this Red Witcher is the Fireball, because it's the most powerful attack that this character has. So it's just another tip to make sure that don't get crazy upgrading all the characters with all the different stats. Just make sure that the guys who probably are in front, like this one, okay, that one went down super fast.
Francisco, like being able to,
Oh, you lost your charmer.
I lost my chamber.
if you have limited, things to upgrade with, like could make sense to focus on like one or two characters, because I kind of try to update everyone, and that was not smart because it was like low. It's like I would say focus on your the armor first, and then someone in the back that can have the power. So like basically the shield and the tank and the power. Two characters I would say should focus on.
Correct. Focusing in HP, damage per second, which is for distance. No, not for distance. It's shot, which is the attack for ranged units. And for the supporters, like the fairy, just need to make sure that the special ability is the one that gets leveled up as much as possible. Because the higher the level, for example, with the charmer, the more often you're going to be able to charm the enemies. And with the fairy, it's the same situation. The higher that level, the level of that stat in particular, is how many times you're going to be able to heal your troops on the battlefield during the game. So, little trickies. And then also don't be afraid of prestige. Prestige is that you need to reset the raid and start from the beginning. But it definitely help you, especially with the daily bonuses, because the daily bonuses are something that you can get every single day, and every single day you can get banners, you can get diamonds. So don't be afraid to go back and start the raid from the beginning, especially if you're getting stuck in one in particular.
Yeah.
Which I think I did like at least 5 times in the game.
Right. So there's a couple of questions that I asked Ruta Luca that I didn't get to yet. So I wanted to also mention some of those as well. One of them was, well, actually Heather kind of already answered. Well, yeah, Heather did already answer this one, but I'll give Ruta Luca's answer as well. I asked them what inspires you to create Heather's Halloween Christmas, and they said, I was a member of the Kongregate Forum's off-topic community. Each year we would host Congressmas in December and Congratuary Day. I can't, it's so hard to say these, in July. Congratuary Day?
Commissary? Oh, I see. Anniversary. Is that
Anniversary?
anniversary?
In July. These were Secret Santa events where we would get given another off-topic forum member to make a gift for. I would often make people games for Congressmas and Congratuary Day. And on Congressmas, they said it so many times, so I'm like, I have to say it.
I'm confused.
On Congressmas in 2015, I was given Heather for my Secret Santa. I already knew about her love for Halloween, so it seemed like a perfect fit. Very cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's extremely adorable.
Yeah. That's such like a good gift to give someone for a Secret Santa, is like you make a game inspired by them. That's like so cute and fun, like because you put so much effort into that.
Yeah.
It's one of the best presents I've ever gotten. Like, just period, not even like Secret Santa present. Like, I don't know, when somebody takes that amount of effort to make something kind of special for you. So, yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
How many people can say they have their own game?
Right? Not me.
All right, I got another tip for Raid Heroes.
All right.
Participate in every single event, because you can get heroes for free easily. So, for example, right now this one is called Rogues, if I'm not wrong. That's the name of the event. Let me go back. Rogues, and if you play this one, you can unlock the Green Arrow, which is a really powerful ranged character with piercing damage. So all the enemies that are in the same line, they're gonna receive damage. It's super cool. You're gonna start collecting cards for free. So always participate in the weekly events. Super useful to move fast in the game.
Some of them are so hard though. There was like one of these where like I'm like, oh, I want this.
Yeah,
Try to get it.
yeah.
I feel like I'm like almost like at 90% of my like race. Like my team is strong, and I still like,
The
ugh.
thing is, some of the events require that you need to use one specific squad or one
Right.
specific configuration. For example, in this one, I can only use these kind of characters, which are rogues and
Yeah.
elves. So if you don't have that many of those, of course, it's super challenging. But it is worth it. It is super worth it at the end. You can start building a very powerful squad, and then you can play around with different strategies in the game.
Um, I also asked Ruta Luca, have you created any other games on Kongregate? And they said, playing around with game development on Kongregate is what first opened my mind to the world of coding. And I'm pretty sure they do like some like coding things in their like day job, which is like, so that's pretty cool. I initially played around with online tutorials to learn some of the fundamentals. My first game on Kongregate was called Dress Up Sammy the Stickman, which involved dragging clothes onto a stickman, and that was the entire game. I love that.
Sound adorable.
As the Congressmas and Congratuary Day events came around, they were fun opportunities to make more games. I made games for, and then they have a bunch of usernames that I'll try my best to pronounce them. More T-Dog, Gabadoo,
Gabadoo.
Freezer Burnt, Star Sets, Burnt Fires, and Il Neutrino.
That sounds
That
Spanish.
last one was a troll on our site on the OT forums for a long time. I mean, a lot of OTers are borderline trolls or were trolls, but yeah, a lot of that on that list, OTers.
Yeah.
But that totally reminds me, there was this. So we had a lot of dress-up games that are really terrible on Kong, but this dress-up stickman reminded me of for a while there was some good memes from the dress-up George Clooney game that we had on the site.
Wait, what?
I don't think that's still on the site, because it probably had a major copyright infringement, but we did. We had a dress-up George Clooney game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Now I want to play it. Yeah.
If it is, you should absolutely play it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, I want to go find that. And I'll go try to see if that if I can play that Stickman dress up game too. I'll play that. I love dress up games. I mean, clearly,
fun.
I just like to wear whatever.
Sophia, I think we can probably give away some credits.
I know.
No.
Oops, sorry,
And
you
yet
guys.
the reminder.
I'm sorry. I'll do a countdown.
Go for it.
Adrian, do you have the thing or am I rolling? Either way works. I have it open if I'm rolling. But whoops, sorry you guys. It's a
Let's
longer
roll.
live stream than normal, so I was just like getting really into the games and talking to everybody. Okay, I'm asking you roll or me. I'll count down, but I gotta know.
Somebody has to roll.
Okay,
now.
he'll roll,
Now
so
I
I'll
roll.
count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll! All right. Who's gonna win? There's gonna be a lag before I'm gonna be able to say who's the winner. So we'll see how long it is.
Oh boy.
Sorry, guys.
We have to wait in awkward silence. Everybody just like pretend we're frozen.
Yeah.
It'll be like earlier today when I was
Oh,
streaming from the
wait,
Bitverse.
it showed up.
Oh, M. Flanagan has won the giveaway. Do you happen to be a horror director? Because there's a horror director with that name.
Really?
Yeah, like, let's see. If you watch, like, The Haunting of Hill House or The Haunting of Bly Manor or, what else? There's a few other ones. Midnight Mass. all those like scary like horror TV shows that are like one season long. Another one just recently came out. I haven't watched it yet.
Which one?
Well, I don't
Any-
remember the name of it, but
Sorry.
it was directed by someone named M. Flanagan.
Yeah, and it's a suggestion for scary movies for Halloween. It's so hard to find good ones.
I just
Another-
watched.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Another player tip, actually, you see Francisco is just doing this automatically. He's putting the characters in different, like a chessboard. And for example, what I try to do is like the tank that I have in the front, I try to look at the constellation of my opponent because I want them all to go to that. So if someone is like a stray, then it's like that's obviously not a good thing. So like if they all kind of gravitates toward the tank, you have more time to focus all of the back team's efforts to kill or put the power to that one. And also like the green arrow, I think that's the name, is like they always shoot diagonal and the arrow pierces everyone in its path. So you don't want to have your best, characters in the path of the opponent's, arrow, and then you want to be able to. So strategy, obviously, but that's like also takes a little bit of, learning and finagling, because you can have a stronger team that's opposing, but like depending on how you put you can win anyway. So.
Oh yeah, there's so many times that I lose just because I wasn't paying attention to the
Yeah,
decision. Because
Yeah, me
every
too.
every battle is so fast that sometimes like okay, well you're just gonna keep going to the next one, fight, and then you notice like hey, I started
You
losing.
can
What
speed
happened?
it up. You can speed it. You can choose a more speedier gameplay. That also took me a while to realize.
Yes,
Arrows at the
definitely.
top of the screen.
I think I have it with the.
You may be on the quickest already. Yeah,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Look at that.
I got the third one. There you go.
I gotta say this out loud just in case the person is listening but not looking at chat. But M. Flanagan, the person who just won the 100 creds, make sure to give us your Kongregate username in the chat. Because if you don't give us your username, we're going to have to re-roll and give the creds to somebody else. Because
Ouch.
in order to give you the creds, we have to know your username because that's where the creds
That's how we
go.
roll.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. So,
We're getting a lot of demand for a reroll.
Yeah.
yes.
Make sure you give
Set a
it
time
to
limit.
us.
Like say they have like 10 or 15 minutes or something, and then you're re-rolling. I don't know.
Yeah, I should probably add a time limit. Usually I just
I'm curious. I'm also curious to know, like, how do people choose mostly their username? Like, I am kind of that, like, I kind of want to keep the same on all platforms, and I have not a super rare one, but it actually usually always work. That seems to be like the trend. I don't know.
I have
What kind of usernames do you gravitate towards?
I have kind of like
Good question.
a similar username, but not exactly the same username
Yeah.
in a lot of places. But I also don't want to dox myself, so I'm not going to say what it is.
I have a couple different usernames because of different crowds and things that I've been on and things that I got less proud of as I got older and was like, I don't want that associating with me. Like way back in the day, I was part of the Something Awful forums. I don't know if you know about them. They're awful. It was also fun, but I saw Snakes on a Plane like live in the theaters with them. It was like the best, I think, movie theater experience I ever had. But yeah, they're called Goons, so a group of us went for a goon meet to see Snakes on a Plane. But then you get older and you're like, oh, I don't want to associate that. So like you come up with new names. But yeah, I've got a lot of them now. But when I started working for Kong, I actually changed my username to Heather because you can edit the name. And there was a really old Heather account that was inactive, and they basically just deactivated and gave me the name. So I was like, cool. It
Took
worked.
over the name. That's good.
Yeah.
I've been using my name for so long that I don't even remember when. I mean, in every single platform, the same name. So.
And you've already doxed yourself, so.
I love that
Yeah.
they kind of gangsta. It's like Hunter.
Yeah, that was the whole idea, to sound a little bit different. Otherwise, it's too easy to get somebody with the same name.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Well, so Adrian said that he would give M. Flanagan another 5 minutes before we end up re-rolling because we need to have the username. You can. Here's
need
the
a
other thing:
winner.
is like if you don't have a Kongregate username, because sometimes people watch the live stream, but they actually don't have a Kongregate account yet. You can go make, if you want to claim the creds, you can go make a Congregate username.
You
like
can
right
do
now
it in
and just give it
5
to us.
minutes or less.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
that fast.
So
Now
let
4
us know.
minutes. I'm watching
That's a
time.
good marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're doing. They're like,
Yeah, let us know. Oh, Adrian,
Adrian
said
says
2 minutes now.
Okay, that does not add up, Adrian, because you said 5 minutes earlier and 2 minutes, and if you look at the chat and like the
Let's speed
timestamps
run.
on those,
Wow,
Let's
speed
Heather
run
is
making
calling you
accounts.
out.
yeah, it just that's
Go
not how
Heather.
clocks work. I think
Oh,
you just
boy.
make it at 11 o'clock. Boom. Well,
oh yeah, sweet.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure because he said it. He put it in the chat before I said it out loud, so that's probably why.
I also could be lagging. That happens to me.
Okay.
It happens sometimes. Yes.
It could.
I'll
It
just
just seemed
trust
like that
Adrian, 'cause
popped
I'm
up, and
sure
then the other
he-
one popped up way too quick. I was like, that hasn't been 3 minutes.
He's been doing it on his thing. He's been timing it.
All right.
To
Fine.
create an account, it takes less than a minute. I don't know why it takes 5 minutes. Less than a minute. Just go and then confirm your email and you're good to go. Super simple. Super simple. All right.
Let's see. That's so funny.
I'm sorry, Adrian. It wasn't nice.
It's so funny because I feel like usually it's like the players that are kind of messing with Adrian, being like, "Oh, we did the countdown for you," and so that's really funny that now Heather's like, "You didn't count right."
Well, it's no good.
All right, he said we're doing a reroll. Oh, he's doing it.
Oh, whoa, yeah, there's a countdown happening in the chat right now.
Yep.
Oh,
he's
this is
counting
getting
down the
serious,
chat.
guys.
Ah, what's gonna
Nice, for real?
happen? Better chat. Hurry up and chat. He's re-rolling.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, should I say
is
things
it?
to
Re-roll.
admin creds? No.
What?
Let's re-roll.
No! 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 No!
What just happened?
It said Adrian won the giveaway.
Well, now we all know why he was
What is
pushing
the
on that
prize?
5-minute thing, huh?
Yeah.
Ah,
We know
yes.
exactly what it was.
We know how you roll now.
Wow. Okay.
So that we need to re-roll again?
Yeah,
or no?
he already did.
Oh, okay, good.
Brand Stark has won the giveaway, so make sure you give us your Kongregate username and we'll give you 100 creds.
Oh, boy. That was funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, you know what? This Halloween event is getting more and more difficult now that we're in raid 64.
Yeah.
It's getting more challenging. Yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing is that this raid for special events, they get reset every day. So every day you're gonna be able to make a full run and collect some cards. That's why it's so important on the weekly events. It's just farming cards as its best. Yeah,
There you go.
definitely.
Yeah, the pumpkin's definitely my little favorite of the Halloween ones.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just the most obvious that it's like
But it's
Halloween,
too adorable.
I think.
It's I don't know. It's really cute. The little
Yeah.
weapon. I don't know. Oh, well, I'm gonna be hopping off here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna show my hat up close a little bit more, but I got this
Yeah.
hat. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit, but I found this at Goodwill. It's like a Christmas tree hat, but then I put like little plastic spiders and some little like ghost garland and stuff on it to like jazz it up for today with a hot glue gun
It-
because that's
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I
It looks
this is
amazing.
pretty. I think I'll wear this for
Yeah.
real Halloween too, just for funs.
Yeah.
But
I,
yeah,
I, I tried to create like a blood effect. I don't know if it works. I don't
it's
think
pretty
so.
good.
It was poor.
The only problem with the blood effects is that they're whenever you put those things on, they're protruding, right? Whereas like you'd expect a cut to be like indented. So it just
Yes.
it's always awkward because of that. You almost have
I
to build
tried.
up prosthetics on your face so that you can have the blood in. I don't know.
I try.
Yeah.
I try my best.
Yeah.
Try my best to get this spooky look.
Anyways, Sophia, do you have any other questions for me before I skedoodle out of here?
Okay, I'm gonna ask the chat. Chat, do you have any questions for Heather before she skadoodles out of here?
Why Heather is a pumpkin? Is because is that your you love Thanksgiving, Halloween, that kind of thing, or
Halloween. I love Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween is my
Okay,
favorite holiday of the year. It's just my
really,
favorite. And sometimes I turn everything into Halloween.
that's so cute.
Did you get to choose that it was going to be a pumpkin, or like what happened there?
Yeah, that
That
was
was
my
that was
idea.
John Cooney, who used to work for Kongregate and was doing the companions and knew my love of Halloween. And um, I did not get to. There was so the pumpkin existed. The pumpkin needed a name. He got a batch of companion images from the artist that did all of our companions at the time, and there was a pumpkin that he was going to use for Halloween. And every week he'd be coming up with names for the companions, and he named it Heather because I love Halloween. So
It makes
very
sense.
sweet.
It makes
We
sense.
do have some questions from the chat. We have, what's it like being so awesome?
Oh, yeah. I mean, exhausting. I
It's not easy.
No, I never sleep anymore. Oh no, wait, that's what it's like being a mom. I don't
Mom
know.
son.
When I get awesome, I will let you know.
You are awesome.
You are awesome. Yes.
T asks, what's Heather's favorite Kongregate memory?
Oh man, probably one of the Extra Life events. Those were so much fun at the Kong office in San Francisco with everybody in 24 hours, and we're all sleep deprived and just like playing games and hanging out. And um, those were just so much fun. They're just so amazing. I think there's some of my favorite memories are from those periods
Yeah,
for sure.
that's awesome. Also, Ruta Luca says, oh, my other favorite companion is Stabby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what do you know
Stabby.
about Stabby? Can you tell us about Stabby?
Okay, so Andrew Grimm made games for Kongregate. He worked in the Kong office, and him and John Cooney were fun. They were friends, but they had like a little bit of rivalry going. And so while John was in charge of all the companions, and they were like all supposed to be cute and fun and like, PG and all that stuff. Um, like Andrew had just like this idea of like making them like a little more morbid, and he came up with the idea of Stabby, and he had pictures up on the wall in the office of Stabby, and then somehow that must have leaked into the community. I don't know how that got from being like just an internal joke to being like known by the Kong community. I actually don't remember how that slipped. But it did. And then once the community caught wind of it, then it was like a thing. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, we should definitely have a Stabby companion. And John was like, no, we're never having Stabby as a companion.
Oh my god.
But John is not here anymore, and now there's a Stabby companion. There was
that's
other
sad.
ones too. There was Syringy, and then there was Syringy, which was the syringe in the syringe. It got really weird, okay? So, like, Stabby was not even the only one, and there were posters up in the Kong offices of these things.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, any other questions for Heather before she goes? We're still gonna play another secret third game that I mentioned earlier. Do you guys want to guess what it is? Guess what it is, but also, do you have any other questions for Heather?
Yes.
Oh wait,
Number
Heather, before Francisco, before you share your screen again, can you show us your hat, Heather? Because earlier it was like in a small little thing, and yeah, there you go. That's really cute. Oh
That's
yeah, I see
awesome.
the little ghosties now.
Yeah.
And the spiders, the spider rings. Are those like the rings?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheap. I mean, like I said, I found the hat at Goodwill, and this is like some Dollar Tree kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It
Bedazzled,
looks
a
adorable.
hot glue gun.
Sweet.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I was not going to spend a ton of money on my hat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There you
That
go.
makes sense. I'm pretty sure
That's the
this is
way.
a Dollar Tree hat that I got like many, many, many years ago because I just had like a big dress up bin, and when I saw something like kind of fun and silly, I would just like get it and put it in the dress up bin. And now I have a dress up like tote. I don't know. It's this huge bag that I just have in my closet that I like put all my kind of dress up kind of stuff into. And I have like this was in there. And I have like 3 of these. I have a unicorn one, a zebra one, and a regular horse one.
I don't know what the proper response to that is. I have 3 horse heads.
Yes.
Somebody asked, who is Heather? I am Heather. I work on the marketing team. I've been working at Kong for like 9 years. I know some Kong lore that I've been chatting up today.
Yes.
Kong lore.
Thank you.
But I'm not the
Lore.
oldest member here. I mean, there are plenty of people actually still around that have been working at Kong longer than me and know like way more lore.
I think
So-
Tricky Rodent is the longest, if y'all recognize that username.
I thought it was Hassan.
So he also has been there for around the same amount of time, I think.
We'd have to check the Kongiversaries.
Yeah, it's because those 2.
Wait, but what about Max? See? You start talking about that. I don't know which one is the longest anymore.
there's like around like I think there's like 3 people that have been there like 10 plus years, right? I think so. Maybe 4.
I don't know.
3 or 4 people that have been here like 10 plus years.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I should know because
It's been a
every
while.
single quarter I do like a little shout out to the people who have been here the longest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But oops.
Well, and some of the Synapse people, it's weird with their Kongiversaries because they actually have
And
been at
Gamaga
Synapse
too.
longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
like, there's some Synapse people that are like 14 years kind of thing. So,
Yeah, that's really true. Cause sometimes I'll see people and I'll be like, wait, that person has been here that long, and then I realize that they're Synapse or Gamaga.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, Synapse and Gamaga are Kongregate Game Studios for all the people that like we acquired. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for
They
all the
did-
people who don't know all the internal stuff.
Yeah, Synapse is this Animation Throwdown, Tyrant Unleashed, Spellstone, all of those games.
Yes.
But
Nice.
I do have to run, unfortunately, but it is really fun hanging out. Thanks for letting me chat, and thanks for playing
Yes.
Heather's Halloween Christmas. And I'll be back next Halloween, or maybe before that, who knows.
Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
Heather.
us, Heather.
That was awesome.
And enjoy
Yeah, that was
talking to
fantastic.
Henrik now.
Yeah, we will.
That's number 2.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, Heather. Thank you.
All right, Henrik, it's your time to shine. Now we can learn
It's
Henrik
your
lore.
turn.
What's your favorite
So-
game on Kongregate?
It is actually Raid Heroes. I kind of like the games. I have not a clinical ADHD, but like I have to have some like a little focus time to play games. Like 5 minutes is enough, and then I need to do something else and come back. So I like this kind of type of game where you collect something or you play a little bit and then you can leave it, and then it kind of keeps going and you come back. So it's perfect for me. And also like it's all, I know it's based off of violence, you know, you're killing people, but it's so cute.
That's
I'm
adorable.
guessing,
That's
you know,
adorable.
if you're looking at the details of when the fight is actually happening, when they get like a hit, they cry. There's a little tear. It's it's
Yeah.
a little heartbreaking
Oh my
actually. I don't know
gosh.
if you actually paid attention to
I
this,
don't
but it's
think I
like
noticed that.
they get like a hit and they're like, you can see like the eyes are tearing up.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
It's so well done.
All
It's
right.
so well
Did
done.
anyone guess what our third secret game is? I don't see any guesses. So
Oceania.
should we just show them? Should we just do it?
I start playing. I haven't played this before. I've been saving time to play it for a while, so now is the
Yeah.
perfect time. So let me see if I can share the
All
screen.
right. Let's see.
Yay! Is this the one? Just to confirm. Yeah.
I don't. Oh. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It also it had like a
I need to double
Halloween
check.
thing, so I wanted to see what was up with that.
I don't know if we have the Halloween event available. If
Oh,
we
because
just
you
getting
just did the
started.
tutorial.
Yeah, I'm
This is
still
the
part of
time for
tutorial.
the. Just click.
Yeah,
This is
I'm doing the speed run.
this. Yeah, exactly. Time for the speed run. We did this. I think it was for our first live stream. Like, well, we had done some other live streams because we did live streams with blood vessels, and then we did a live stream for Valentine's Day where we had Adrian have like first dates with a bunch of different games and then choose his favorite. But I think our first of like this type of live stream, the way that we do it now, with like the creds giveaways and everything, was with Max and we played Merges Kingdom.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. Also, this game is really nice. I didn't have a chance to play it until now, and I'm just surprised. It looks so cute. All the graphics are amazing.
So DHA, this is like one of your favorite games, right? Because I feel like you mentioned this one in I think Oceania a lot, and so I thought that we should play this one. But they both have Halloween events right now, so if we get like through some Merges Kingdom and we can see the Halloween event, that would be cool. And then maybe we can see some of the other ones because I think Tropical Merge, which is made by the same people, I think they also have a Halloween thing right now. So
Yeah.
very fun.
Dungeon Crusher has a Halloween event. Firestone also, right?
Yeah, Firestone also, which we played Firestone on our live stream a couple weeks ago on the first day of their Halloween event. And yeah, Dungeon Crusher. I've been playing that one lately.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like kind of funny. Like I'll like go through and it's like, like all these little like guys, and then you like defeat it, and then you go to the next one, and then you defeat it, and then you go to the next one and you defeat it.
It is fun.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I'm more. For some reason, I got into those incremental games.
Yeah.
Trying to get more familiar with those titles.
Yeah.
Because it's not like my bread and butter. So incremental cubes, I love it. I just always have one tab open running the game. It is really cool. Also some City Idol, maybe some. What is the other game that I was trying? Oh, what is the name of the gods? The cat gods or
Oh,
something?
love the Cat God.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
be
so
playing
cute.
that one next week, and special guest is someone on our team. I think it's our lawyer. She like does legal stuff, and I was like, it would be so
Really?
funny if she came on, and she said yes, and she was so excited. Yeah.
That's adorable. That's great.
She was like, I always knew my legal expertise would one day lead me to the high courts of feline justice. So we're going to have a new guest that we've never had on before next week, and we're going to play Law of the Cat Gods just because I thought it sounded fun and weird and perfect to have like a fun, cute, like legal expert on.
That's gonna be fun, and the game is really adorable. I love the fact that the developer keep adding new things like very often. It's like I can't keep up because every time that I open the game, there is a new thing. For example, I think they just add gifts, and when when you receive a gift, you pretty much sacrifice the whole rest of the game, so you need to reset from the beginning. It is really cute. They're doing a really good job. I love that when the developers really spend time on that.
Yeah.
Super adorable.
All right.
I,
So, oh, what? Did you have?
I'm just speeding up things in here. I'm not really sure yet what I'm doing. I know that I'm merging stuff and collecting keys, if I'm not wrong, to open
Mm-hmm.
different regions.
Yeah.
Is that the whole purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Merging stuff.
Merging stuff. Okay. That's pretty cute.
I never
Um,
played this actually. It looks so cute.
It is. Yeah.
so over the past, like, I think month or so, Adrian and Elle and I have been like trying to collect some questions from the community about like the Kongregate.com relaunch. And so I also wanted to take some time to talk about that, especially since Henrik is here and has been working
Go for it.
on the platform. So one of the questions that someone asked was what major updates are coming to the platform, and like is there a timeline of like when things are happening. So I have some stuff written down that I can talk to, but I want to allow like Henrik to have some time to answer part of that question if you'd like to go first, or if you want me to go first and then you can fill in the
No,
gaps is fine too.
it's fine. I mean, what we're seeing is obviously the tip of the iceberg, and you got to start somewhere. We all have, I mean, we're a team of amazing minds, and we have so much that we want to pursue in terms of like, oh my God, this would be so great, this would be so fun. But I think where we are is just, if we're going to start building those amazing experiences, like we kind of have to create this baseline. So what you're seeing now is great improvement of things that we have been kind of like on the back, like of where just, sites are today. So that's why you see like we have to start building the foundation so that the other features that are more engaging and fun and really basically more newsworthy will come on top of this. So we'll see now like we have our first time our homepage is responsive, things like this. So basically like a little bit like, we need to set the renovation up for success. Yeah.
Wow. So to add more onto that, like basically what the update that we just did was like a visual update and refresh, removed some of the clutter that we had on the homepage and made it easier to highlight the games that are new or that people are really liking and playing a lot. And then the goal is basically to like modernize the whole look and feel of our website, and of course add more games again. So it was almost a year ago, in like mid-November, it'll have been a full year since we started accepting new games again. And actually what's really exciting is like after we updated the homepage, we got a few more submissions for games, like more than usually comes in one day. And so if you have like games that you're interested in like bringing to the Kongregate platform, like there's like a scroller thing that's like bring your games to Kongregate. Click it.
This is actually a really good to kind of bring forward, because basically like reviewing the site, I am new here, like a year, more than a year and a half, but still, I'm not those like 8-10 years, but what I'm seeing is like super exciting, because we do have a lot of stuff that is extremely amazing, but it might be that we're not framing it or highlighting it enough, or maybe it's a little bit broken. So this is a good example of like, there used to be a little link in the drop down from the main navigation where you could submit, but it wasn't, we didn't have a way to collect information, or it was like people would like randomly find this and like, hey, and just like not even, it's not a proper submission. So now after, moving stuff around, we were trying out to see like what happens if we float it better and then actually have a proper, like a little bit of setup. So our team then can approach the developer with already like kind of the core information of how to move forward. So yeah, I'm so excited that this is been submissions happening
Yeah.
as we speak.
Absolutely, same. Yeah, I mean, we've like added so many. The last time I counted, I think we had like 60 new games on the platform in the past year. And it's been like maybe a month or a few weeks or something since I last counted how many. So there's definitely even more games that have been added or like updated to make them playable again. There's also like, you know, we also started out by adding Ruffle to our website to make it so that you could play Flash games again. And they're an open source volunteer organization and they're still like updating their Flash simulator. So as they continue updating Ruffle, it will make more games playable on Kongregate.com, which that also answered another question because people were asking like, oh, are my favorite games going to come back to Kongregate, stuff like that. So basically, like if the game is playable, if your favorite game is like a Flash game and the game is playable through Ruffle, then or like you should go check it out and see if it is playable through Ruffle. And if it isn't yet, then it probably will be at some point because they're constantly like working to do that. And we have helped like support their team as well. We did like a donation so that we could become a supporter of Ruffle because that goal of making the games playable again and like not just like having these games kind of lost to history is like something that's really important to us as well.
Yeah, I think also just knowing the sheer amount of games that we have in the archive and whenever like as soon as those games become playable again, we've been looking at so many ways of celebrating and making it more like consumable because like we just opened up this treasure chest of all these amazing games. So like we do have the weekly companions that points to certain games, and in these streams we highlight games. But I think there will be ways to celebrate and have these consumable pieces to actually just dig in the archive of all the stuff that we have because it's quite amazing. Like any game is like could be so simple and silly, but like there's pure joy in all of it. So we want to find ways to really celebrate those games when they're playable. That's
also, as for the timeline, the roadmap that people were kind of asking for, so we posted an updated timeline on our Discord. If you're not already part of our Discord, there's an invite in the YouTube description that you can go click on and you can join our Discord. But if you like in the search in Discord, you can type in development roadmap and you should find the current roadmap. But I'll read it off so that you can hear it from us as well. So it said coming soon, but actually this is already done. The visual update to the homepage. So we just did the visual update to the homepage with responsive design, new header and footer menus, and then improvements to the search function, adding genre links, and updated the look and feel for the featured and popular games. And then ongoing work includes addressing all the bugs that you guys have been reporting to us, adding new games, adding new badges, achievements, and companions. So as many of you know, we have a new companion every other week that you can earn with the badge of the day. And then we started doing badge of the day videos that Francisco has been doing, and we posted one yesterday to give you a sneak peek of Monday's badge of the day, because pretty much like to find out like what the badges are, you have to wait until like it becomes that week and then you can see it. But we decided, because some people had been asking like, oh, how do I know what next week's badge is going to be or what next week's companion is going to be? So if you sign up for our player newsletters, I started giving out a little sneak peek as to what the next Companion is going to be. Although for the ones where we're still like guessing and we have the Who's That Companion activity on Discord, I made it stay an outline so that I'm not spoiling that for everyone. But just then other people who maybe aren't taking part in the Who's That Companion activity can have a little guess as well as to what the Companion is going to be the next week. And then improved and expanded Discord integration. So we added the Discord widget to some of the most popular games on the site so that you can chat with people about the game while you're playing it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Always trying to improve.
Yes.
That's our goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then some other things that are in progress are updates to the Kongregate About page, visual update to the search results, and like when you like search for a game, that search page, visual update to the achievements page, and then visual and functional updates to user profiles. So that's kind of a look at things that we're going to do in the future. The homepage update was like one step, and we're kind of going one step at a time throughout the relaunch of Kongregate.com. And because we really want to like be intentional about like what we're doing and make sure that we're like creating a space that you guys are having fun in. So instead of like doing a bunch of updates all at once, it's like, we're continuing to add games and do like an update here, continuing to add games and have an update there, so that like you have like new games to play while we're doing these updates.
Yeah, and also navigating this, like our priorities sometimes, change, just as close as yesterday, we were like, well, there are a lot of these, we talk about things happening in many different channels. So like the need of there's plans for like a proper newsroom. So maybe we should prioritize that now because we have so much coming now, and to just be able to go to one place and see where it's happening. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's a thing that we can see. Like it's not always like, oh, this is, we should push this now and that. So it's not a straight road. I'm saying it's like a little bit of, back and forth all the time.
Yeah. Also, so I just saw like a couple people in the chat talking about some of the like Ruffle updates. One person, Fancy2209, said that that they were the one that let Adrian know to forward the necessary information to get certain games working through Ruffle again. So thank you so much for doing that. And also, Rita Lucas said that they made a change to the Ruffle code in order to get Heather's Halloween Christmas to work. So that's so amazing. I love
That's so cute.
Yeah, I just love that like we have like players and developers that are like part of the same community, and so it's like, yeah, I just love that. Like I remember one time we had a live stream where there were a few different developers who joined in, and there was someone who hadn't made a game before but really wanted to. And so we were all like encouraging them, like, oh yeah, like you should make that game. And like, if you ever need help, like we're here for you. I just love that. So thank you.
Definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Another
just awesome.
thing that is kind of significant, because it's a component that is used so widely throughout the site, and it's the game tile. So I'm sure everyone remembers, like wherever you would like go to a game and see it in a grid, you would hover it and you get this like huge pop over, and it would cover other games, but it had a lot of information. So like it was not easy but it was a really fun challenge, and something that we're really proud of, to be able to combine those things. And then after this, we have the exciting phase, because what you see now is just one version of the card. There's so many ways you can set up the card. It's like, hey, right now, for example, we're using kind of like a minimal treatment to the, resting state. And then we are, testing, how much information do we want to put in here? Like something that is not existing functionality right now, but in the hover state or the popover previously, you could see this game has 4 badges, but there was not really a link that you can go directly and see. So little improvements like this you'll see everywhere, but the fact that now the card is just a hover state and it's not this big flyout, that was really nice to see that change, and it was not super easy to figure that out, but so that's amazing that it's live now.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So one person, I think this was on Discord, asked, what is the Kongregate marketing budget?
Can we say that?
No.
Oops.
I was trying to decide, like, should I say $1 or should I
Pro
be a
bono.
joke? So that's called company secrets. I'm not allowed to say that, but thank you for asking. I appreciate the question
That's a good
anyway.
question. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I thought that was like kind of a funny question too, because today we had 3 different marketing people on, so I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, you got me. You got me in that one.
Yeah. Plan is to Run says, will you play any old school horror games on Halloween? So I said this earlier, but my birthday just came up, and I got a game for my birthday. So
Which one? Which one you got?
I got Alien Isolation.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful game.
yeah. So I'll be playing Alien Isolation probably on
It's so
Halloween.
good. It's just like a real step forward or step ahead in the horror games. Because sometimes you're just getting used to the same games, and now they were adding guns in games, so you don't really feel like you're hopeless. You always have like that's fine, just gonna find a gun or just gonna find something else to defend myself. But in Isolation is so good. I'm so glad you had that game.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. I've always said like, oh, I love horror movies, which I still do. And I was like, I'm not that scared. And then I recently purchased a projector, and I can make the screen really big. And I made the
Uh-huh.
mistake of by myself watching Massive, The Nun. And if you guys are familiar, there's a beginning scene where this corridor, like I literally felt like I was in that corridor. I was like, hell no, I'm not. I need to,
Yeah.
I need to wait with this one until I have company because that
Oh
was
my
too.
gosh.
So the size just made it like, wow, I can watch this movie normally, but on this screen,
That's funny.
too much. Yeah.
Too much, yes.
Someone said Dark Cut is the scariest Flash game series. Oh, and then someone else said that they got Alien Isolation for free. What?
What? Where?
And then, oh my God, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Other than that, like Resident Evil back in the way back, that was no joke. Those dogs hunting you down and stuff, like oof.
Yeah.
Like I don't like when they cut to like a recorded scene. You can't play, it's like frozen, and you just have to wait for this monster to. You know that this is the path I just covered. It's on its way to me. That was intense.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic game.
Francisco, what are the scariest
Yes.
games you've played? Like, do you usually play scary games?
I used to stream scary games. Back in the day, I liked to play Outlast. Outlast was so good. The first one was really scary, and it was really great to spend time with the community. I mean, they were just there for the laugh because they were waiting for me to get the scare jump. But it is such a great game. I love it. Isolation is another one that I fell in love. It was really well designed. You really feel the horror. I mean, trying to stay away from the alien is just it give you that horror feeling that it's really hard to get now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so difficult for me to find like scary movies or scary games. So when they find a a new mechanic or idea, it's just great. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. Let's see some other questions from the community that were being asked. Are community and indie dev empowerment still going to be the focus of Kongregate going forward?
Absolutely. I don't think that there's any path for us forward without this being completely core to Congregate. It would just not be Congregate. So
Yeah.
in some of the decisions that we make now or what you see might not feel like we're moving in this direction, but that's just not the case. I'm just gonna put that out there. I already said before, it's like we have so many great ideas, but we have to do this initial fix up phase. Unfortunately, it's just, and I'm so happy that we have proven that this platform has all the potential to be greater than ever, and we have a lot of regained trust. So that's just pure excitement, because the option would be us degrading and degrading and degrading and disappear, and that would be just the saddest. Like, I can't wait to see an offer so many great tools and so much improvement that yeah,
Yeah.
without having to say anything about the secrets that we have.
That was good.
We have a little bit too many ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We're always looking for ways to keep improving, and then the the ideas there's so many.
Yeah, and there's
There's so
already
many.
so many places where the really rich studios and the fancy games, or not even fancy, but like the big budget games can live. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's definitely the area we wanna cover for sure.
Yeah, definitely want to like keep supporting indie devs. I mean, like being able to like bring indie devs onto the live streams, play the games, like invite their community to come and then our community to come so that they can like interact with one another. I mean, like we have some really amazing people who, have joined kind of this like live stream community that we've done because they came from the indie dev community. And then there's people who have discovered these really amazing games because they're part of the like Kongregate community and have been joining us on like these like really fun activities that we have every week, whether it's the live stream or the Who's That Companion, or also earlier I forgot to mention the Frank Kongstein's laboratory, which is really fun, or
That is great.
the faction fights, and then they're able to like discover like new games from a developer and get to know more about that developer, get to see what they're like in person, actually get to interact with them. I mean, I love doing that, and the devs have been loving doing that as well. So thank you all for like being part of this journey and for like being here to support devs when they come onto the live streams. And for asking them questions. I mean, you guys have come up with some amazing questions that I did not even think to ask the devs, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to do the creds giveaways, is because you guys have really good questions that like I wouldn't even think of asking, because everyone has like a different perspective, and I just really love being able to interact with you guys and being able to facilitate you interacting with the developers that you love. Like it's really important to me that if you guys like say, hey, I really want to watch this game, I want to try to facilitate a space where we can play that game for you and where we can bring on the devs that you want to see on here. I try my best to do that. Which is why like we love hearing your feedback. Adrian is always collecting your guys' feedback in the Discord too. And so, I want you guys to feel like you're being heard, and like I want you to know that like we're listening.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more great to that hear the opinion from people who actually play the games and they know the game even better than us sometimes, and it is nothing better to hear also what the developer, what is the motivation to create the games. Having those questions coming from the community also, they're super useful. So please keep them coming. That's
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Yeah, and also one really important thing, just like to be fully transparent when we do this kind of work, is like, as much as I keep saying that we have so many new ideas, which there's no end to those, it's important to actually look at what we already have. We have a huge brand within, the companions.
Yeah.
So like actually looking at everything, every single mechanism, even things that, had to be shut down because we were technically not capable to keep it going. I actually, and the team is lifting every stone to see, okay, this was actually a really amazing, mechanism as that could be as popular as a weekly companion. It's like, how can we actually take what we have and build and bring those stuff forward, even if it's just to try it out, like, hey, it's now working, to evaluate. That's kind of what we do. We don't want to cut. And some of the things that are looking like they're cut don't necessarily mean that they're going to be away for forever. So that's something to keep in mind. Like if we find that this was so popular, we have all the intention of potentially bringing those things back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so into this game. I'm sorry. I have so much.
I'm just looking at, even when I'm talking, I'm like, it's so.
Sorry. It's my first time playing the game, and I have so much fun right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is so cool. I love it.
Sophia, this color is really great. I have to say, you've had this hat on for a bit now. I love it. Maybe I kind of, it's not too late to do the orange.
Yeah,
The
no,
hair.
it's not too late. I'm still thinking of, like, because what I want to do is, like, I want to, like, cut my
Right.
hair into a bob and then dye it orange because I had a costume. Adrian, plug your ears for a
I just
second.
think it's the fade though that really gets me. Like I love the fade from your like other hair color, and then like I'm
Thank
assuming this
you.
is natural. Who knows?
This is natural up
Yeah,
here.
but this I'm saying you have this nice transition happening. So like I kind of love that you have that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I saw this product where it's like a powder, and if you want to temporarily like cover your roots, it was like, I don't know if it's actually working, but this girl was demonstrating. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll send that link to you.
Yeah,
Try it out.
that's funny. So there's a question. We don't have any engineers that are on here right now, so I don't know if we're going to be able to answer this question, but I'll ask Henrik just in case he has the answer. But if you don't know the answer, that's totally fine. We'll go ask Max and answer this question
I'll
later.
make it up.
Don't make it up. Don't do that.
No. Promise.
So someone asked, is the website going to still be built using Ruby? Do you know the answer to that?
I don't know the answer to
Okay. So yeah, Adrian said, we're gonna go ask some other people and then we'll get back to you on that
that. Is
so that we
Ruby,
can let you know.
yeah, I'm not gonna even try.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a marketing person. I really bad
No
at
clue.
programming, coding, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing there. So
Hey, I have a king. I have a new character. It's so cool.
yeah.
Love it. Love this game. And Tropical Merge is similar to Sophia? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, Tropical Merge is another similar game. It's made by the same people. Basically, it's just like a different theme. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Have you seen anything Halloweeny? Oh, I see pumpkins.
Yeah, there is a special event that you can collect. Let me see if I can get here. Hold on. Everything is opening up right now, so I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Hold on. So yeah, I think there's a pumpkin in here, so you can collect some different items to get some amazing rewards. I believe this is the October season. Yes. And I have a couple pumpkins that I still need to find the school, the tombstone hat, and a bunch of stuff. So I have plenty of things to do. So I don't want to get distracted. I'm gonna continue playing. Sorry. Hey, what is that?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask something and then, but it sounded like you were saying something, so I didn't want to interrupt. but
Go
we're
for it.
gonna roll for creds soon. So make sure you get in those chats, ask some questions. If you want Henrik to answer some of your questions, ask those, and then that'll enter you to win the 100 creds. We still have one more roll on that, and then make sure to give us your Kongregate username. I think we'll give you about did we give them 5 minutes last time, or did we give them a little more than 5 minutes?
I think you give them like a 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll do
Yes.
that again if we don't get your username
Why not?
before we re-roll.
Yes.
And then someone said, how much focus? Okay, this one, someone asked like kind of 3 questions in one, so we'll try to
That's
tackle.
perfect. All in one go. Perfect.
Yeah.
3 in 1.
They were like, how much focus can we expect to see on web gaming going forward? Does Kongregate see it as important as mobile gaming? Does Kongregate care about games which don't have microtransactions? So for the third question there, immediately I can tell you that we've actually live streamed games that don't have like creds as part of them,
Yes.
because like part of what we want to do is just make a fun community for you to like hang out in, and for you to be able to play game, whether they have microtransactions or not, for you to be able to enjoy games like free to play. Like we talked about this with Firestone, where like the game is meant to be played so that like someone who is using creds and someone who isn't, someone who is not using creds can have just as much fun as someone who is. But we all, we want to make it inclusive and accessible for people. So like that's also why we do these giveaways. If you do want to take part in some things that have creds involved. But yeah, like for example, Hink Straightjacket was like a game that I don't even think there's any creds at all that you can even use in that game. Like it doesn't have
That
any
one? No, I don't think
microtransactions. And there's a few games like that where our business development team will reach out to developers and see if they want to, put their game on Kongregate, just because they're fun games. So yeah.
I think that's the first priority in that, because I've been having so many talks with the business development, and it is really great that the main focus is we need to bring fun games, different games. And that is so cool, because that's, like I say, that is the first motivation that we have, is always bring things that can engage with the gamers, engage with people, just make sure that they can see how amazing are the games that developers are building now. So it's always good to know that that is the main reason that we always look for new games, right?
Yeah.
And different games, of course.
I mean, I can speak to this just a little bit, and this is by all means not like a promise, but with no doubt, we've been discussing, how we can increase, creativity and include, a bigger audience, because not everyone is comfortable or feel like, I can produce a whole game, and how can we potentially, up or get that bar down to like, have a lower barrier to entry. And right now we have basically 2 user groups, your player or developer or both, right? So maybe there's a way for us to have someone that is really good at, creating other content in text or illustration or music, soundtracking. So like a piece of some sort of like more creative add-on for collaboration has been in the talks, but that, is not a defined, thing yet.
Let's go
Exactly.
let's go ahead and roll for
Let's roll.
creds
Let's roll.
before it gets too late. So I'm gonna
Before I
count
forget that we're
down.
playing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll. That was a little jump scare for you this Halloween.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's see who's winning.
Who won? Who won?
Who won?
Come on.
Who's winning?
Remember, you need to have your Kong ID available.
Adrian
so we can see
also
the credits.
mentioned that
Mhm.
Fancy said, Fancy asked, what was the reaction of the team to the negative reaction on Discord to the updates? So, or I guess they said more like, what were the reactions to the less positive? What was our reaction to some of the less positive reactions on Discord? And basically, I guess they want to know, like, how do we kind of handle criticism that like kind of comes our way when we have updates?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I addressed this a little bit before. It's like, you know, this, I mean, we keep talking about this being a journey. And what that really means is like, this is not the last push you're going to see. You know, we're going to, you know, try to get the community used to getting these a little bit in smaller pieces. It's just that in the beginning, we have so much work to put out, and there's so many underlying structural things that needs to happen before we can, you know, to reach that baseline. So, I mean, we obviously, any type of feedback is, you know, we absolutely listen and include. If it makes sense, we're gonna, you know, absolutely adjust. And that's kind of the part of this. Like, it's a journey. Nothing is like set in stone. So anything that, oh my God, is it gonna be like this forever? Like, no, it's literally like improvements that are probably gonna happen almost daily. So I don't know the cadence exactly of our releases. We definitely would rather take the approach of putting things out than having this kind of like stale way of not seeing anything for a long time. So that's our ultimate goal. Keep doing updates and react and adjust. And I don't see that there's any other way we could ever do this. Otherwise, we would cease to exist, and that would be not what we want.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good call.
Yeah, we have the support email. If you see like any bugs or anything, you're like, oh, we need to let people know about this. We've got the support email, support@kongregate.com. And then, yeah, we always welcome you, you know, to give us feedback on Discord, and Adrian and Elle will, you know, be able to see your feedback and kind of communicate it with the team in a way that is, you know, understandable and everything.
And I've also seen a lot of people asking, like, oh my God, like even the old stuff is broken now. And that is really unfortunate, but like there's literally no other way, because we are working with that underlying foundation. So that's why it's really essential and super helpful, because we have now the eyes of a whole community to help us with this also. So we just realized we have to rip the Band-Aid, because otherwise there's no up from this. Like, we have to literally do it. And then, you know, keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, another important thing to point out is also that, you know, we want to put out a product that we feel like this is good, but a huge area that we want to grow into is also that we understand that there is no solution like one size fits all. So being able to customize, and specifically when it comes to pages that I think the community really care about, is like, you know, the way that they play the game and how that is set up so that you can have your preference. I mean, my playing experience and what I see others is just like not the same. I mean, most specifically, like, you know, in general, when you design for the world, like they like a cleaner, simpler, you know, interface. But in gaming communities, like, they have no problem with like many threads and chats and things happening all over. So that's what I'm saying. That's just one example of how people are different, and being able to bring settings and tools for you to customize even parts of the site that is just like, you know, front facing, but specifically, you know, it's going to be really exciting when we get to the game, the play views.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I don't think we said congrats to J/Rudaluca
Congrats.
yet. So congrats on winning the creds. They're the person that
Yay,
created
congrats.
the first game that we played today. So that's exciting. All right.
Yeah, that's great. So we had the winner for the second?
Yeah, that's who that was.
Sorry, I was so concentrating the game, I forgot.
I know. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, and then the other thing that was kind of asked in that the like group of questions I asked earlier was like, how much focus can we expect to see on web gaming going forward? So we have different teams like working on different things. So like we have our animation throwdown team, you know, we have our Bitverse team, and then we have our platform team. So we have an entire team of people who are focused on the platform and web gaming. So yeah, definitely like mobile games and web games are both really big for us. So hopefully that answers the question. Like they're both really important.
Yeah, I mean, even now, for
It is.
example, like I saw some questions fly by around like, are we making a proper mobile view? And it's,
Oh,
you know,
thank you.
we are, for the first time, we're actually bringing people to the platform. We're not sending them off to like the app store or whatnot. So it's not a separate view just for a mobile view. And I think that's important. That'll be the first step, and then obviously increasing that experience. So right now it's very crude,
Yeah.
but it will be increasingly better. And I think it's important that we keep, you know, the platform accessible, because even I, you know, we just talked about playing Raid Heroes, and like when I go and do other things like gym or whatever, or even grocery shopping, I find myself forcing, you know, or before we had to force the mobile view away and go to the platform, and I keep playing. So there obviously is games that even, you know, Raid Heroes has huge big buttons. It's even almost feels like it was made for mobile. So
Yeah.
we know this. We know that people are doing this anyway, and we kind of want to obviously encourage that and help refine those things. Look at that. Yes.
Boom!
There you
Mobile
go.
view.
Boom.
Yeah, we have some issues with some of the browsers, so that there's not the clicks and whatnot. But look, this is just second day of triage of things coming in. So we're doing everything we can to make it good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention was like, I think that also our platform, our web platform and our mobile games kind of a little bit go hand in hand. I mean, like Animation Throwdown is available on Kongregate.com and it's available on mobile. Also, like Bit Heroes Runner was out, Bit Heroes Quest available on platform, also available on mobile. And then Bit Heroes Runner, you know, that came out first on web and now it's available on mobile. So I think that they work together, you know, pretty well in that, like, we want to, you know, we can like see like what do you like about these games? Like, do you want to see them on mobile, you know? So
Also, in the short term, there could be solutions that you would see is like we can specifically call out on the game tiles that this is actually mobile adapted, and we could have maybe even like a little fun with it. And it's like this is mobile kind of adapted, where it's like we have to have it a little janky, but it's fine. You can play it. So maybe there's a way to indicate so that the users, and also like obviously we could curate the mobile view slightly different. So you'll be on our site on the platform, but we can maybe front load games that are actually really good on mobile.
yeah. And then someone had asked this, and I don't like, I'll see if we can kind of answer this question, but we might be able to answer this more in depth later. But someone in the Discord said, can someone tell me about the main Kongregate developers? So earlier we kind of like talked about this a little bit, where we were saying we have like Synapse like studio that we acquired, and you know they work a lot on, you know, those like mobile games that we were talking about, like CCGs, like I believe they worked on like Tyrant Unleashed and Spellstone and Animation Throwdown. We have like the Gamaga team, you know, we have like the people that are like, we have the Kongregate squad, you know, that I didn't mention them earlier, but we have the Kongregate squad, which worked on those companion games that we put out on the platform with, it was like, This Is How We Roll, which we mentioned earlier. Chef's Last Stand, that one's definitely one of my favorites. We have Death by Chocolatier. so like, it's hard kind of to answer this question because I'm like, what do you want to know? But like, you know, we have kind of these different teams working on different games. We have like the people that are working on the Bitverse games, you know. So, I guess, yeah, I want to answer more about that question, but I'm also like, what do you want to know more about our like kind of development teams, and what teams do you want to know about? But it's time to our live stream is pretty much over now because I just realized it's been 2 hours. I'm
Wow.
like, yeah. So hopefully we've answered a good amount of your guys' questions. If you have more, you know, please ask, you know, here in the comments, in the chat, ask in the Discord, ask on TikTok, and I'll try to get to those. I'm going to go on TikTok and like try to answer some of your questions there as well. Because yeah, you guys asked a lot of really great questions, and thank you so much for doing that. And I want to make sure that
Keep them
we're
coming.
answering them. And yeah, keep them coming, but we also want to make sure that we're answering them too.
But not too many.
Well, you can ask all the questions. I just feel bad if I like don't get to one or something. All right, and then I want to show you guys the companions for that you guys made.
Ooh.
The art.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
Yes, please.
Yes, I did. But I'm gonna continue playing. I'm sorry.
That's fine. All right, let's see. I'm looking for, where is it? Gotta find the actual screenshot. All right, so, uh-oh. What did I do? Okay, it's fine. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the outline that we were working with. This is the outline that we gave the community based on our companion. And then,
Oh,
yeah.
looks interesting.
Okay, how do I do this?
Without
I'm not
spoiling?
usually the one that shows these off, so I'm just like, uh-oh, what am I doing? How do I do this? Okay, here we go.
You can do it. You can do it, Sophia.
Okay. Oh,
Yay.
wait, which one are we? Okay. So, this one was made by Ruta Luca. Oh, that's really funny. That was like purely by accident. I just clicked on the first one. So Ruta Luca is the person that made Heather's Halloween Christmas that we played. And they also created Skull Kid Going to Work as their guests for what the companion this week was going to be.
That is so cute.
Yeah. And then we have Amanda's made Kong Grandma. Stopped playing online bingo after using stampers on her tablet too many times. That one's cute.
It is.
I was going to try to make a little person wearing like a little hat as well, because that's definitely what I saw from this companion. So I was glad that I saw her do it, because Amanda's companions are way better than mine.
They're awesome. They're just awesome.
We have, as we do every week, Slim Tim, if you're pronouncing it correctly, Slime Time if you're pronouncing it incorrectly, because the E's are silent. This one is a, we see this every companion, so I love it.
It's a classic. Yes.
Yes, classic Slim Tim. I feel like Slim Tim should
go
just
wrong.
become a companion at some point.
Yeah, he's pushing for that, right?
Yeah. And then
He's gonna get it done.
one person said it looked like a Cabbage Patch Kid, so Amanda turned it into a Cabbage Patch Kid. A lime Cabbage Patch Kid specifically, which kind of looks like Slim Tim, if I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of thought,
Adorable.
yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, is that Slim Tim again? And then I realized, oh, it's a Sour Patch Kid, and that made sense. Yeah. All right. And then
Awesome.
let's see, the
one
real
more?
companion.
Are you gonna show the real companion?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
It's out this week.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, let's show it up. I was trying to make it sound more dramatic than it was.
This is our companion, Dante. And if you've been paying attention to the new companions of the week, then you know that Angelo was a previous new companion, and that was a chisel. So Dante's like tagline is it was, I think Dante was formed by Angelo. Get it? Get it? Because it's
Got
a
it.
chisel.
Yep.
So those are our companions of the week for this week, and check out the Discord to take part in the next one. And next week we're gonna play Law of the Cat God with our legal expert, which is going to be very fun. See how it is, if the game is at all similar to real life. But yeah, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for asking your questions, and we hope to answer more of those. Bye.
It's been fun.